to Women Off-Road Warriors, the podcast where the trail meets the talk. We're your hosts. I'm April, and we have...
Chrissy.
And Lily.
And we're here to dive into all things off-roading, from gnarly trails to gear talk, epic adventures, and the incredible women making waves in the off-road world. But first, it's time to spill the tea, where we spill what's been going on this week on and off the trails. So ladies, what's the latest?
Ooh. Okay, probably really silly to you guys, but I finally got those nails taken off and I feel like I can function again like a normal person. I was struggling hard, y'all. It was bad.
That's not silly at all. I definitely get it. Especially, do you wear contacts as well, Chrissy?
Yes.
So,
I can't.
If they're past a certain length, you just can't get the contacts in easily.
No, and I've been on this whole, I want to pierce my ears in all these funny places, like my forward helix and stuff. And then I lost my middle one, and because of those fingernails, I couldn't get it back in. So now I just lost the whole piercing, and I have to wait to get it redone. It's been a whole thing with those nails. Like, I'm almost traumatized by it, really. I don't know how people live with this shit.
It's funny because I actually, nail girl, I don't have any. I haven't worn any for the longest time, like, I don't know, maybe 5 months. But I love, if you guys know me, I always like have long nails, super long nails, because I used to do them myself. I used to sell like nail products, and so I was like doing it myself. And yeah, like I miss my nails, but I mean, it's nicer to have them sometimes, but you get used to with them getting stuff, but it's not the same way, right? Like you have to get ways around it. And I don't wear contacts, so I can't even imagine you.
Yeah.
No, it's a whole thing. It's a whole debacle.
It is a whole thing. I know every time I go, I'm like, okay, I want them long-ish, but not too long, so I can still put my contacts in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Felt like I was a prisoner to my own hands for like a week. I was like, I just know we're done. We're done. As soon as Monday gets here, we're done.
Yeah. It's cool to have them natural. Like I'm trying to kind of stay away from it too, because I don't know, like some places, some people come saying that, oh, you can get infection on your hands and stuff like that. So I'm trying to love my natural, let them grow natural, but I love my nails.
Yeah.
I might get them. So
yeah, I'll do. I've been doing the powder coat, which has been nice. So
it's always nice.
That's really just kind of nail polish, but a thicker coat.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the length. You can have it the length you want.
Oh, so it's like natural.
It's your natural nail, but it's thicker polish and it stays on longer.
That's nice. Yes.
So I like that. Lily, you been doing anything cool this week?
Just, I don't even remember what I've been doing this week. Working. We have this photo shoot with a light company we were doing, and I think we did it like during the whole week. And we were, because it was like a light company, we have to go at nighttime. We were driving like one natural forest here to try out the lights and get some content done. The woods here at night, they're spooky. But I mean, it was fun. We were doing that, yeah.
That does sound fun.
Yeah,
it does.
You're working a lot. You're both working a lot, so that's really cool. Yes. So yes, it is hard to remember what you've done during the week, without a little bit of thought, unless something just really stands out. Because right now I'm like, what did I do?
I'm like the garage, and I got nails taken off. That's really it. We started cleaning out the garage, but nothing fun.
Yeah. Besides, and we talked about that before, we worked on the garage here because of the hurricane. So we're still piecing things back together slowly but surely. I'm ready for it to be all pieced back together.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's still I told Chrissy we had to replace the heating and air. We had to replace a water pump. We still have like 30 plus trees down at our lake property. And we worked on getting the Jeep garage back up and running this weekend. So there's still some stuff to tackle on that, but piece by piece, it's coming. Not to mention all the other trees we've already had removed. So
wow.
It's been a lot. And for us, we weren't supposed to be affected at all.
That's crazy.
There's that.
I'm glad you guys are okay, though.
Yeah.
There's people that lost it all.
There are, yeah, and still, I mean, are still without, especially in North Carolina. I mean, we didn't have
Yeah.
power for like a week, but that's not a big deal compared to what other people are still having to deal with. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, yeah, hopefully the weather is past. I know we actually had a bunch of horrible fires here at Myrtle Beach
Really?
this past week, so that was
I don't
definitely
watch the news, so
unexpected.
I'm out of the loop. I didn't
Yeah,
realize all that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always
Are they
something.
under control now?
They are. But for a hot minute, yeah, it was pretty out of hand. So
That's scary. I'm
yeah,
glad they're under control now.
Yeah. I didn't know
yeah.
about it either.
So, but anyways, that brings us to Lily. We're talking about your Jeep build this week. How
Yes.
exciting! I know we've touched on it a little bit here and there, but I guess we get to really dive down into it. So, you
Okay.
want to start with the basics and tell us, about your build, maybe why you picked it, and some of the upgrades.
Well, yeah, yes. So I don't know, like if it, because before I have the my Jeep Gladiator. Well, I have a I have a Jeep Gladiator. It's a 2020 Rubicon. Back then, I was like, I really wanted a Rubicon. It's funny because I just went through like a really long conversation with Taylor about difference between the Rubicon, the Sport, and why we never buy just a Rubicon right away because you end up throwing everything out. But yeah, so I have a Jeep Gladiator. It's on Fusion. 60 super 60 axles pin on the front, and it has like I feel like now that I've been more into a rock community, it's like I feel like it's pretty stuck. It doesn't
No,
have
it's
that
not.
many stuff on. It's
It's
like
not at all. I don't feel like it is.
it's only on
No.
42s. I have rock jog links on. We're about to update the suspension on it because I'm not on coilovers or anything like that. We're going to a 3-link suspension in the front and a double triangulated 4-link in the rear. We're trying to upgrade to the steering to somehow because right now, like because of the build we're doing, the type of off-roading we're doing, we have to upgrade it, but we don't want to go full hydro yet. So we are upgrading that. And I mean, the reason why I guess I picked the Gladiator, I didn't pick him, he picked me. I had a Jeep Wrangler and I was in love with it. I was like, I love the tire on the back. It was just like a girl's Jeep to me. And I was really sad because basically I have a Tacoma and the Jeep Wrangler, and we turned in those two for the Gladiator. And I felt like this is some spam. Like, why would I do that? It was a stock Gladiator. And I feel like, no offense to anybody out there that has like a really stock Gladiator, but I feel like they look very ugly stock. Like I didn't like it.
I can't argue that though. I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Take me
yeah.
for it, but I agree.
Like you have to put, if you have a Jeep Gladiator, at least you have to put a minimum of like 37s on it for it to look like, because they're so big.
That
So
Yes.
yes, they're so big. So it's like, even with like, I had somebody tell me, because I have 42s on it, and they're like, oh, it looks like, yeah, even though it has that big of a tires, it looks just normal. It looks adequate. It doesn't look big, right? It's okay, yeah. I mean,
Wow. Even with 42s, I don't know. I think it looks big.
I think it looks pretty big
Yes.
too, Lily. I think you're
It
just
does
used
not
to
look
seeing
small
it.
at all.
Yeah. I
yeah.
think you're just used to seeing it.
Yes, well, yeah, but yeah, like I didn't like the Gladiator until I saw it with like the 40s on, because I didn't have 42s right away. I have 40s on. They were really big tires. They were no good for the Gladiator because they were really wide. Even though I have 42s now, because they're not as wide, they're better for it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of fell in love with it the more I was upgrading it and driving it, and I like how just could go over everything, and it kind of become part of like my journal. That's like what I started doing, like off-roading. I did off-road a little bit. When I had the wheelies, I off-road a little bit here on LB and stuff, but the wheelies didn't have it didn't have blockers on or all the stuff the Gladiator had, so I couldn't it was very limited with it. So I feel like I learned the most on the Gladiator. So it's like I kind of fell in love with how big it was. I like how it could go over everything. It's just different, right? Like some obstacles I can't do on the Gladiator because it's so long, but there are some obstacles that the Gladiator is able to do because of the wheelbase. So
What's the most unexpected or funniest thing that's happened while you've been wheeling?
oh, okay. Well, I told you guys about this last time. The one of my when I was wheeling here on LB, one of my wheels like cut off in half, and I was like, how does that happen? Because I wasn't even going too fast. It was just like going over a little rock, went up, and it got cut off in half. So that was like, a night on the trails there. Yeah. I think that was mostly.
Yeah, I
That's
still don't know
it.
how you did that, but yeah, that
Mhm.
I'm sure you're
I
like,
know, yeah,
what?
it's
What in
weird.
the world? How does that happen?
Probably it
It's
was just
crazy.
like that one they got like was
Yeah,
bad from factory or something
it
like
had
that.
to
It's like,
be.
yeah, my luck.
Do you have
Are
any
there
plans for another big upgrade?
Plans for another big upgrade.
Yeah,
So besides changing the whole suspension on it, right now that's it for now. And I can go over more, a little bit
yeah,
later, but just right now this year, I think that's gonna be our goal. There's other things that we need to do. Like I need a roll cage on it, and stuff like that. Like probably change the armor on it, but yeah, it's not gonna happen this year probably.
yeah.
who
Well,
are
and
you
I know
going with
you've
for
done,
suspension?
For suspension,
Yeah. Have you made a
so
decision yet?
we're about to release our garage, our nerve garage. We actually gonna be working like with the companies we are gonna be dealers for. So
Oh, that's exciting.
yeah, so the whole build, like everything, like everything that we have on, it is gonna get replaced eventually for the companies that we're gonna be working with, and the whole how like Nerve Garage is a structure, because we're gonna be a dealer. We're only gonna be dealing for the brands that we're working with. We're not gonna be dealing for the competitors. So if let's say we choose, we work with Nido tires, for example, we're not gonna be dealing any other type of tire on it. Like that's
Okay.
like what we're gonna be marketing. And since we are like a marketing company, that's what we specialize on. We're gonna be advertising that with like our experiences, our our marketing, our team, and everything. So and the brands, they're gonna be working with us. They're just gonna get all the benefits of our marketing. So when when we launch like the brands that that we're gonna be working with us, they're interested on. The only thing we ask is for them to sponsor a giveaway Jeep that we're gonna be doing each year, because there's a lot of dealers out there,
Nice.
right? So why you want to buy for us? Let's say you already want Needle tires, and it's like you can buy anywhere, but it's like the reason why you want to come buy like with us as a dealer is because you, for every dollar you spend, you get a chance to win a giveaway with a fully Jeep, a build Jeep. So we very
wow.
excited about that.
That's awesome.
That's something that Taylor and I, Nerve Company came in together. We were working on it for a really long time. There's a lot of things going on in the process. So yeah, we are very excited to launch.
When are you guys going to launch? I'm so excited for
I am
you.
too. This is
It
we're
is.
getting this first firsthand right now.
I know,
So
right? So I don't have an exact date for it. We don't have an exact date, but it's soon. In hopefully in the next couple of months. I'm not sure yet. So
I'm
it's
I
just
know
gonna
that's
be
a
excited for
lot
you
of work.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get everything ready and
yes. We
to have
already
an
have like
exact date.
some
But
companies. They are in. They're very excited. They're ready to go. But we're still trying to recruit the rest because we're not. Because it's hard, right? We have to make sure we choose. Okay, we want to only be working with like high end products and companies.
right,
Because our slogan of the brand is "Build it once," and the reason for it is
Oh,
because Taylor and I were having a conversation of how we have spent so much money on our Jeeps because we started with something that we thought, you know what, like I'm just gonna put this on right now. It's no, and then I upgraded to something better in the future, and then you end up paying double, spending more money, spending more time, because build it the right way the first time, right? Like
right.
I feel
I
like it
love
happens to all of
Nope.
us.
That's super exciting. Wow, you have been
So,
busy.
Yes, it's been fun to be honest with you. The thing is, like, we both are doing something that we love,
Right,
and I have always wanted to have a garage. And when I came with Taylor, because he has been doing a lot of businesses his whole life. He started doing businesses since he was like 17 years old. He started his own little uh, I don't want to say anything because I'm not sure, and I don't want to say anything wrong. But he has a lot of experiences with businesses. So when I came out with him with my idea, he kind of made it better, and he was helping me kind of bring it up to life. Like he put his own like insights. Like, you know what, I love your idea, but I feel like if we do it this way, it's just gonna be better. So I
I
don't know. I
love
feel like it's like a really good team, and I'm really excited about it. And I don't know. It's like something that we both love, and we just want to share and put out there.
I love it. I can't
I do
wait to
too.
see what happens with all this. I'm so excited for you guys.
Thank you.
I am too. Well, and I mean, does NRV stand for NRV Garage stand for anything
So yes.
like
So
NR?
Nerve, because we first started with NRV Studios, which is a marketing company. It means like no rear view. So
Okay,
kind of like we don't look back, we just look forward, we just move
I love
forward.
it.
Yes,
I
it's
love
like a
that.
business mindset, and it's incorporated to everything like off-road, business, lifestyle. So
No rear view. I love
yep.
that. I figured it was something, so I definitely wanted to ask. But I mean, y'all are filming, directing, producing. You've got the garage going. You've got the studio going. I mean,
Yeah,
you are hitting all the bases.
we are really excited, and the people that knows me, they know that I have always been into like content creation, like
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm very creative when it comes to a lot of stuff. I didn't really have the I guess the gear for it, what I needed, and when I became part of Nurse Studios, like I was able to incorporate like my creativity to like the filmmaker in a way where it's like professional. We have professional cameras, we have a professional like a team that has been working for years on it. So I'm really excited to be part of it and just like put my creativity to it as well. And it's just the difference between I guess like our marketing company compared to other marketing companies is like besides that we have the content creation, we know what's out there, that what's asked for, like social media. We we're gonna go out there like with you, like on a trail. Like we know we know the trails, we know the Jeep, we've been in the community, we know like how to how to shoot, like we can go camping with you and stay there. We like if you need us to go up in a mountain, we're gonna go up in the mountain and shoot for you. It's different like when we actually people that is passionate about the off-road and has experience. And there's somebody in our team for everything, like running, hiking, ice climbing, off-roading, like anything
wow.
outdoors. Like we're able to understand the brand, and that's what makes us different. We speak Spanish too.
Yes. Yeah. I want to see the ice climbing. That
The ice
sounds
climbing.
Right?
interesting.
Okay.
I'm all about that. That's really
Okay.
cool.
That sounds wild.
And I do love that. I mean, you're just making it more personal. You're using what you love, creating a business, and being able to, provide something that other companies might not be able to fully provide. I mean, just say you're out on a trail and someone gets stuck well, I can see you guys in there helping,
Oh yes, yes,
not
definitely.
not just with video and, helping, get
Yes.
unstuck and all the things. So that's really cool. And I like too that, I mean, you've put out some really professional things, but you're also having fun, like the Pro Eagle
Yeah.
reel and the Smitty built. Um, those are hilarious.
They are.
and
Okay,
eye-catching,
I want to say something about that. So I have always shown myself as a really nice person on social media. I always try to be nice to everybody, and I always try to help other people and stuff. And like trying to like be funny with all the reels that we're doing is just some type of like like kind of what we think, and we just sharing it out
Right.
there. And then when before you just always try to be careful, like right now I'm like, I'm just gonna be myself, because I'm just gonna be myself, and the people who's gonna like me is gonna like me, and the people that won't, right? Because I have tried to be nice to everybody. I try to be nice to everybody, and that doesn't work. And and there's something that that always like kind of stuck with me is, and this is like, no, everybody is like this in our rock community, and it's another reason why I highly like wanted to do this podcast. Is because like my first time that I went to Trail Hero, the first time that I off-road my Gladiator, I didn't know this until like a year later that somebody told me. One of like a few of the girls there, like on the crew, they didn't like me, and they went and told like the boyfriends or whatever in the crew, like, do not help her. And that was like my first time ever on Trail Hero. It was my first time on the trails. And it was my first time, like, I didn't know how to lock or lock my axles. And I was at the end of the line on, this is Trail Hero, right? This is like San Halo. And like, I knew I had to do it, but I always struggle with it because sometimes sand gets in there to be able to lock them. And the crew was going, they were going, and I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do? I get down. It's like, so the person that was right in front of me, I didn't know them. I was invited to go with them for somebody else, but I didn't know anybody in the crew. And I had to go down and ask the person, can you please help me lock my axles, because I just can't do it. So he went and got down and do it. But later on, I found out that his wife next to him was really upset because he got down and helped me. And the other girls on this crew were like telling their boyfriends, whatever, do not help her. I don't want you to help her. And it's like, you want me to die out there?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. So not everybody's like that, but yes, I'm gonna be nice to everybody on the trails and stuff like this. But later on, I found out because I was helping this person after this. I was helping her with social media. I was helping her, and then later on, I found out that she was doing that, and it's like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna be that nice anymore. Obviously, I'm not gonna do what they did to me, but at the
Right.
same time, it's like, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm not gonna project myself as this person. It's just nice for everybody. So it's kind of what I want to do. Also, like when nervous, I just want to be blunt.
Yeah.
So
Well, and you have to be yourself, and you can't change who you are, but you also can't let, people dictate who you are and make other people think that that's who you are. So
oh yeah,
I think we've all experienced
Yes.
that, and
Yeah.
you just work through it the best you can. Kind of what I was raised as. At the end of the day, if I can lay my head down on my pillow and sleep well, then that's all that matters. And what
Amen.
anyone else thinks or what anyone else says, that's on them, and that's not on me. So I'm not gonna speak ill of anyone else. I'm not going to share anything of anyone else, but I'm going to be able to lay my head down at the end of the day and sleep peacefully and just fine. So,
Amen.
I feel like we've been in this like community so long on the industry that we know kind of like because it's to me here is like everything has you follow rules. It's like, and even if they're not told, they don't tell you, "Oh, you have to follow this rule." It's kind of common sense. It's some type of
Yeah.
politics. Like you don't go around talking about people. You don't do that. Like I have never done that here in the community, because in everything you do out there, like because it's so small, I know that it's gonna go around.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that, and it's just crazy to me. And I feel like the three of us know really well, like because we went here so long. And I don't know. I feel like there's some people out there that they don't really appreciate like the work, and how for some of us here in the industry it is a job.
Yeah.
It's our passion, it's our hobby, but it's also our job, and that's how we treat it. And that's how
yeah,
you would treat it if you were at work. There's policies, there's rules that you have to follow.
yes.
I
I agree
agree.
with all that.
I agree wholeheartedly. And the thing of it is too, like, I'm not going to say stuff, but I'm not going to lie either. So,
Oh,
like, if someone
Right.
asks me something, I'm not lying because I don't want to be that person who someone's out there saying, oh, well, she's a liar.
oh, you can't lie.
No, you
Right.
can't. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, it just is what it is. But I'm not going to, like, you're not going to question my values because I'm going to
Correct.
keep it 100 up top the whole time. Like, if I lived or experienced something, it is my right to speak on what I lived or experienced.
Right. And
You
you can't be
know
a doormat. You
that. Yeah.
can't I don't know how to say, pick up the pieces for someone else who dropped their own pieces. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can't be the scapegoat if you weren't even there, or you didn't
Right.
witness or any of that. So yeah, I completely get all of it. So
Yeah. And you
it's
know what you
hard. It's
say?
hard. It's a business at the end of the day, but it's also our livelihood. It's what we
Yeah.
enjoy.
It's our
And
lifestyle.
it's our family, it's our friends, it's all those things. So yeah, all the pieces are important for
I
sure.
agree. Fully. Fully. So,
Yeah.
Lily, if your Jeep had a theme song, what do you think it would be?
Ooh,
Oh no.
that's
So
tough.
okay, so my Jeep, I don't know. Like I changed my dad always asks me this, like, "What's your favorite song? What's your favorite movie?" It's like I don't know, it changes every day. Like song that is one in my head lately, and if I'm driving, I will be playing the song all day long. And I think it's called "Linger." That's what it's called. The song that I have in
The
my head right now.
Cranberries?
Yes.
Oh,
So I will play
amazing.
until it gets me sick. So that's the song
Yes.
currently right now is playing on my Jeep.
I
Um,
like it.
I'm trying to think if in my song, like my Jeep had a song, probably would be like something in Spanish. You guys won't know this. Fuerza Regia. That's the name of. But yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
good. I love
I
it.
love it. What would
That's
yours
a
be,
great
April, out of
question.
curiosity?
The only thing I could think of, and it probably doesn't even relate, is you dropped a bomb on me.
I
You
don't know
dropped a
why, but
bomb
that
on
feels so
me.
right. I don't know why, but that feels so right.
Right? It doesn't. I can't get it out my head now. As soon as you said that, it just started playing in my head.
I can see that.
Or something Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Love it.
Yes,
I freaking
yes.
love it.
Still Snoop Dogg and D.
So that probably goes back to my childhood too.
Same,
Those.
same.
Okay, Lily, we have an
100%.
audience question.
Oh, really? No way.
Yes, yes. If you could put together the ultimate women's off-road adventure, what would it be?
Oh,
Maybe your
the
favorite destination
the Rubicon.
intertwined in that.
If I could take a bunch of women to
Yeah.
an adventure, I'll take them to the Rubicon.
The Rubicon.
Yes. It's like
Would
that
it be
was,
overlanding?
it was
one
not
day?
overlanding, but camping. And it was one of my favorite trails that I have ever done. The best experience. I don't know. It's just like, it was so much fun. There's a lake there. We stopped and we were swimming. It's just the best time. It's like if you want to get to know somebody, I feel like that's the best place to go do it on a crew. But yeah, you also have to do it with people that you like.
Okay, fair enough.
That sounds
Noted.
that
Yeah.
sounds nice.
Noted.
Yeah.
Is that where you put your legs in the water and it was freezing cold?
Yeah, it was really cold, but it's like it's so hot. Like you've been on the trail sweating, you haven't showered, you sweat, and then you have dust all over you. So yeah, like getting cold water and you feels nice.
I like it. How many
Super
ladies?
fun.
What's the perfect number of ladies?
For me,
Yeah.
I don't know.
For a trip like that.
For a trip like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say maybe no more than 10, and 10 is a lot.
Yeah. 10 is a lot.
It is a lot.
Especially when you're willing and all that, you know. It is a lot.
Yes, Taylor said 4. He's in the background.
4.
What would you like to say? I hear Taylor back there saying something.
Taylor
Not
says,
but in star.
So the last time we went, it was like I don't remember how many, but it was like 20 rigs, I think. It was a lot.
That's a
and
lot.
Everybody was broken, and it took us like a whole week to get out. It's a trail that's supposed to take you like 2 days, maybe, like to get in and out.
Oh my God.
Yes, but like it
Jeez.
took us like a lot, like more than 3 days to get out of there. So yeah, I don't know, 5.
that's the thing.
4.
Yeah, the more
I feel like
Jeeps
no more
you
than
have.
10 was okay, but apparently
None?
that's too
None.
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 We're just gonna walk it.
Right? I brought my hiking pack. Thanks.
We're gonna fill the earth. That's what Chrissy
like,
likes to do, right? We're gonna fill the earth.
Yes, we're gonna ground.
You know,
Yes.
I would actually like that personally as well. So
I
maybe that
love
needs to be
hike
part of it.
barefoot.
Yeah.
I will hike barefoot. Like literally, I did so many hikes in Virginia barefoot. Like I love it. Like
That's
for real.
awesome.
I like it.
That's healthy.
It is. Super.
It's good for you. Okay, here's the fun part. Our Q&A. All right. I'm changing it up a little bit. Instead of would you rather. What is your favorite off-roading snack?
Oranges.
Oranges? I like oranges. I like tangerines on the trail.
Yes, like the tangerine ones. They're easy to
Yes.
peel.
Okay, so back in the day, it would have been gummy bears for me, but
Ooh.
I don't eat them as much as I would love to these days. But yeah, the gummy bears.
Gummy bears. I have to
That
go
sounds
with some
yummy.
trail mix. I like trail mix, but it's got to be homemade.
Homemade?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Trail mix for the trail, right?
yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. This one might be hard, but maybe not. Most unexpected item in your glove box.
Oh no.
Here's one.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
even
remember.
have a glove box.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Where's your glove box?
I took it out, cause we took it out and then we had a metal plate there and I had my Midland and my CB mounted in that to where just the
Okay.
face of the radios were showing. And then I ended up moving my Midland, taking my CB out. So now it's just, a metal plate there that has the Jeep Beef logo on it.
Yeah, I remember. That's true. Yes. I
Yeah,
don't
so
remember what
I don't
I
even
have.
Yeah.
have a glove box. How's that?
That works too.
I don't usually put things in there because it's full of like paperwork. But yeah, maybe if I put something in there, it would be like hand sanitizer.
I'm bad about stuffing random stuff in there. So it's no telling what you might find in mine, to be quite honest.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna pull up to you when we're in a Great Smoky and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say,
just be like,
open the glove box and let me
open
see what's
it.
in there.
And I'm going to be
We're
afraid
gonna
what
do a
falls.
glove box inventory
Yes.
show. Let's see
I
what's
will be-
really in there.
Afraid as to what falls out. Yes. And there have been times where I've just emptied, especially the middle console too, and the glove box all at one time. And someone goes to get my Jeep and they're like, what the? It is all of this. I'm like, oh, just stuff it back in the glove boxes. Okay, manual or automatic for off-roading? What's your preference?
Manual.
Manual.
Manual. Yeah, more control for sure. Okay, hard top, soft top, or no top at all?
Hard top.
Soft top.
Soft top. Hard top for me. And depending on the weather, it's nice to have the doors and the top off, but there's a lot more. It depends on where you're willing for that. So,
Yes, definitely. Sometimes it's too hot for all that.
it is.
Yeah.
You got to have the shade.
Yeah. If I'm going through the mountains, that's kind of what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the
if
door
I was
soft.
doing
Cool,
mountains,
crisp,
yeah.
leaves falling, all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Now that's
favorite.
beautiful.
Yeah, the mountain views here are really, really pretty. So if you catch it just the right time, yeah. No doors, no top.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Favorite Jeep color?
Oh, I have to say green.
And you can't go with your own.
Oh,
I
You can't go with your own.
can't. White.
If you white,
well, I would do maybe black.
black. Okay. No hot pink. No.
Black and gold. I tried like before, like when I first started doing Jeep. I guess it's like I wanted to do something girly on it, but I could never like get it to it because I have kind of to share it. And now it's like I don't think I will go to like a girly color now because I really like my ghetto green, and also yeah, right now like with the colors of the brand is gold and black. So it's like if we do anything, the Jeep is gonna be gold and black.
Yeah,
I like it.
Black and gold.
I do too.
Yeah.
I like
It looks
it.
like April right now. Her blonde hair and her black shirt.
Yep.
Like a blonde.
It'll match me. It'll
It'll
match
match
me.
me.
Okay, so that brings us to talking about something pretty critical on the trails: safety and preparedness. So before we wrap up, safety and preparedness when off-roading, whether you're a seasoned off-roader or just getting started, making sure you're prepared can be the difference between a fun adventure and, we all know, a total disaster. So let's talk gear first. No matter what level of off-roading you're doing, what are some must-haves you should always have on your Jeep?
Canadian ropes.
Fire
Yes.
extinguishers.
Yes,
I always
definitely.
carry one of those too.
Yeah, when I did the Artemis Rally, the one thing that I really liked about the Artemis Rally is they made us have certain things. And if you didn't have those things on the checklist, then you didn't get to do the rally.
What was it? What were things?
So fire extinguisher was definitely one. Emergency basic first aid kit. Recovery gear we had to have. There was a whole list of things. We had to have the Midland, radios. Of course, it didn't have to be Midland, but we did have to have radios. But yeah, the fire extinguisher for sure.
That's like
But there
that at
were-
Maris too. When you go to the Adventure Her event, you have to have that same stuff before you can line up. Yep.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even just down to a flashlight and, and the tire. We did have to have a spare tire for that rally just in case. Because with that particular rally, you weren't traveling with another Jeep per se. You were by yourself.
Okay.
You did have a co-driver, but, if you got into a situation where you needed a spare, we did have to have a spare on the back because I remember that was a time where I had made some gashes in my tire and I wasn't sure it was going to pass. So,
Oh, there you go then. That's one way to remember for something.
yeah, Mickey Thompson helped me out with that one, but yeah. So I would definitely say your first aid kit, flashlight's great, gloves, extra batteries, toe straps, shackles, winch. We had to have a winch.
Yep.
Traction boards are good to have. The spare, we talked about that. Tire repair kit, air compressor.
Yep.
GPS, maps, compass, especially like with us with Artemis, there was no using our phones. We had no service. So definitely had to have something else besides that. Extra food, water, especially if you're by yourself.
Yes.
And of course, we don't always recommend being by
That's what I was
yourself.
going to say,
But
but maybe try not to be by yourself.
yes, try not to be by yourself. But if you're doing a rally,
Yeah.
and even like the Rebel, you're by yourself. You're going to come across someone eventually. But I know when Amber and I did Artemis together, there were moments where we didn't see anyone for hours and we were on random back roads.
That's
And,
crazy.
Yeah.
we
That's
could have been
wild.
eaten by a bear or something. I don't know.
Good.
Tools, socket sets, wrenches, tape, zip ties are great.
ties.
I may have zip ties holding some things together as we speak.
Vice grips are good too, because that's how I got off the trails at Trail Hero after I slashed like I don't know, I feel like my fourth brake line. I actually have them like in my Jeep now, like zip tied to my dash because they're from Nacho. So I literally still have the vice grips from my friend that does the Nacho stuff in my Jeep. Like that's how I got off the trails at Trail Hero. Vice grips are an amazing tool to have. Always keep the vice grips.
That's awesome.
Those. I'll have to add those. I do not have vice grips in my Jeep.
They came in
I think I have just about everything else. So before you ever even leave the driveway, what would you say things are that you need to do before you pull out? Any must do things?
Well, like for me, it's different. Like for me, it's different. It's like always like, okay, let's make sure we bring the camera gear. Obviously, well, like the air compressors and stuff, like to air up and down the tires, they're installed on the Jeep. And we have another one. Sometimes, that one we always bring as well. But if for whatever reason we forget it, we have the one that's installed on the Jeep as well for the lockers. So we can use that one to air up the tires. And most of the stuff as well, like, is in the Jeep always, right? But for whatever other reason, like can't forget snacks.
No, definitely can't forget.
Can't forget the snacks. Can't forget your water. I always bring 2 extra pair of shoes. One for like to drive on the road, like sneakers, and the other one's for on the trails to get down.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and here in Washington, raining jacket, like blanket, because it's always cold no matter what at nighttime.
Yeah.
For me. But yeah.
Yeah, and I would just say, check your fluid levels before you leave.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Inspect your tires. Make sure you got, your tread's good, your pressure, all of that.
Oh,
You got your recovery gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's important to share your location with someone.
Oh, yeah.
As well. So, especially if you're not with a group, but, generally we're always with the group. But even still, if you're with, say you're only willing with 3 people, someone can still get in a situation where all 3 Jeeps are, you just never know. You never know. So always share your location.
I'm always like an overboard safety first kind of person. So I agree with that. Like, I just always plan for worst case scenario.
Right.
And go with that.
I always share my location like 24/7 with, I have a few people that I always share my location with all the time. Chris is one of them.
I know. I have Lily's. You have mine too, I think.
Yes. But yeah, because I'm very paranoid, so it's like, it doesn't really matter if I'm going anywhere. It's like my location has to be shared, like 100% of the time, all the time with somebody. Like, have my sister.
That's just good in general for the daily. You're right.
Yes.
So once you hit the trails, what are things that should be done on the trails? Like just thinking, tread lightly.
I was just about to say, pack in, pack out. Like whatever you bring, make sure you take that trash back out with you. Like save our trails, because this is why we're having trails shut down. Pack out whatever you pack in.
Yes.
It is.
Go ahead, Lily. Yeah.
It's just crazy to me that we even have to talk about it. Like, it's just common sense. anywhere you go. Like you don't go to your mom's house and you leave your trash in there on the floor.
Right.
Like I don't know. It's like like to me it's just crazy. Okay, yes, like but it's crazy we have to talk about it and let people know. Take your trash with you.
Take your stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Tread
and even
lightly.
like in South Carolina, I mean, there are roads that, are getting dug out pretty badly and that sort of thing. So, not hitting ditches, so to speak, in ways you shouldn't. And, just driving, even though we're off-roading, driving appropriately off-roading, if that makes sense. Especially there can be huge mud puddles and that sort of thing here. So,
Yeah.
an emergency situation. If you get in an emergency situation, things to think about first.
This would be more of a Todd question because I always have no answers for this. I'm the panicked one. So someone tell me what to do because I'm not going to be the one to
So,
know.
what's the opposite of panic? Stay
calm.
Stay calm.
I'm not one to
Assess the
stay calm.
situation. I guess go ahead, start pulling out recovery tools or seeing, and not everyone has the same things. So I may have this particular recovery tool, but I need something else. So
That's very true because I
who
only carry
has
a few things too, like few
Right.
certain things, but like sometimes you gotta like use a tree and all kinds of other stuff depending on where you're at. And I don't
Right.
have everything, so I'm always glad when someone else has something different that we might need for
Yeah.
sure.
And also, like, if you radio is not installed in your Jeep, make sure the radios you bring with you they're fully charged.
Yes.
Like you need them for emergency situation or communicate with your crew when you're driving back and forth. That's like biggest thing. I love to use my radios when even somebody's spotting me instead of them
Right.
be yelling. It's like I love
Yeah.
having somebody talking to me on the radio and me listening to it inside of it. Like to me, that's like the biggest way I use my radio for. But
Same.
definitely need it for emergency situation because
Yes.
there's no signal in most of the trails.
Yeah, you just never know for sure.
You don't.
And our next part is our spotlight feature. Okay. There's so many great ladies to spotlight, but this one has really been kind of hitting it hard. And when I say hard, I'm
I think
kind
I have
of
an
blown
idea.
away by her right now. But Brooke Hawkins, bad and bougie, she's
Bad
killing
and
it.
bougie.
What
She is killing
in
it.
the world? First of all, she's a mom of 3 boys. She serves military service members. She's advocating in New York City all the time, Washington, D.C. So she's traveling with her boys. She has them right in tow with her whenever she can. She served in the Department of Defense, Department of Military. She used to be a cop. Did y'all know that?
No, that's awesome.
She used to be
I
a
do
cop.
believe she told me a while ago.
I mean, she not only is she gorgeous, beautiful, but
right?
wow.
Yeah.
She's done some pretty amazing things. She's the official driver for Cosmo Tires Motorsports.
Yep.
She has 3 Jeeps. She's currently building Burnout Batty, which is a 1976 Jeep CJ. This thing, I mean, not only does she have that, she has the Batty Mobile, which is a 23 Jeep JL, and she has the Beach Batty, a 2001 Jeep TJ. I can't even wrap my head around all the things she has accomplished and all the things she's doing, but I really feel like some really great things are to come for her. So she's
I
one
agree.
to watch.
I agree. I'm actually really excited. I think she's supposed to have the burnout baddie done by Mopar Heaven at the end of
Yes.
this month. So I'm going to be there too. So I'm hoping to get a glimpse of her
Oh, that
tearing
would
it
be
up out
awesome.
there.
That's awesome.
I'm hoping she's one of the next guests we can have on here
Oh,
because
yeah.
I just feel like she has so much she could share. But, just the fact that she's managing those 3 boys and doing all these builds and the job that she has is super intense. I mean, she goes from rocking trail boots to rocking her Louis Vuittons. I mean, seriously, we all know that she likes her brand stuff, but I'm kind of pretty inspired by her right now. I feel like
I
she's an
agree.
amazing woman,
She's
and
doing some cool shit.
she's managing a lot. I just feel like she's managing a lot, and she looks good doing it. So,
Of course.
She
Yes.
does.
and she's one of the Renegade girls too. So there's that. But yeah, all of us Renegade girls need to get together for certain in one, one big episode. That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
I feel like Brooke has been like she's been really smart when it comes to the industry in the industry. She has always like show her interest on growing the industry, and then she knew exactly like kind of have to move around, like because if all the things that she's doing, they're not given to her. She's been working hard for them, and the fact that she also has been going with the right people as well, like in all the the support that she's been getting, the ideas that she's been sharing. I'm sure she anytime like she has an idea or a project, or like she exactly know what she wants, and she has a plan for it. So that's something that I admire about her as well. It's like she knows what she wants and she's going for it. So
Yeah, she does. And I need to find out when we have her on about her backstory, but I believe it was her. Does anyone know if it was her mom
Grandma
that worked?
that
Grandma.
worked for Jeep.
Okay,
It was
worked for
grandma.
Jeep. I
Yeah.
knew it was someone, but she definitely has some history there as well. So I would be interested
Yeah.
just to kind of get that backstory. But that's
Same.
always sounded pretty interesting. So
that would be
maybe she
nice.
can share that.
Maybe we could film an episode from Mopar Heaven.
Why
Just
don't y'all do
check
that?
in.
Yes, that would be great.
That would be
We
possible.
can all hop on, and
When
that
is
would be really cool.
Mopar having?
It's
Is that in
the
March?
21st, 22nd, and 23rd of this month. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
We load in the
that's coming up
21st,
fast.
I think. Yeah, like
Nice.
really fast. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Like, I hope the Burnout Baddie's done. I know before, I think she had said it would be done in time for the Mopar Heaven in Texas, but she's gonna be cutting it close.
Yeah, she's been
But I'm
working hard.
excited.
I know that's
Yeah.
the goal, so I've got my fingers crossed for her for sure.
Same. I'm
That's
so excited.
exciting.
I wanna watch her in action.
Yes.
I'm
So
That's
pumped.
going to be
I'm
fun.
excited for it.
So yes, we need to get her on for sure. But as well, I mean, there's so many ladies to choose from. But
really
yeah,
is.
she just. I remember one particular post she made, and I was just reading everything, and I was like, wow, wow, you know. So, but that kind of brings us to the end. So, who wants to wrap this up for us?
Well, I'll go for it this time.
Okay.
Let me read my notes. All right, so everyone, make sure that you smash that follow button for Lily on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can keep up with all things that she's got going on with Nerve Garage and her own personal builds. Be sure to tune in next week where we're going to dive into April's build and all of her amazing adventures. I have so many questions about stuff that you've been up
boy.
to, so I'm really excited for this one.
We're on everything. So
Yeah.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
Yep.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Look for us. But in the meantime, we'll see you out on the trails.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.